Okay, getting the first pick. Oh, get three, Pyro, get three with the
Wade kick, putting on a clinic. Whole team's down. Oh!
Experience tranquility.
Let's drop the beat.
Good evening, Overwatch fans, and welcome back to the BeatDrop! We've got some amazing content coming up for you as we head into Season 6 of the Overwatch Tranquility Community Tournament. My name's Captain Jack, and I'll be your host for the evening, joined by co-interviewer Booth. Booth, we have had a wonderful off-season. How have you been enjoying your time off?
You know, I've kind of been missing. I did my first production 2 last week, and I was kind of missing how that feeling was going. I missed doing the beat drops, and I'm excited to get back in. I'm really happy that this season we have so many new teams to interview, because not that I don't like all the other people that I know already, but, you know, I'm getting kind of tired of seeing the same names for everything.
True.
You know?
That is too true. We have got a lot of new faces, a lot of new teams coming in for this season. Currently, our max is 72. I think we're sitting at about 70 throughout all the tiers. So we have got a lot of action that we're going to be bringing you folks. But let's go ahead and get the show on the road. Tonight, we're going to be introducing to you the Blizzard Bears from the Discord tier. Say hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
So far, all we know about the Blizzard Bears is they faced off against Ragnarok in the quarterfinals, and it was a really close match. I believe it ended 3-2. Unfortunately, we don't have the VODs for that, you know, because Overwatch doing its updates and whatnot. We've unfortunately lost the footage, so we're actually just going to be showing the Discord tier finals between Ragnarok and So enjoy that as we go ahead and continue with this interview. We're going to go ahead and have folks start off with Silent Wraith, the GM, starting us off with your introductions. Be sure to say your name, your position on the team, and your favorite Overwatch voice line.
Hi, my name is Silent Wraith. My position is a DPS main, and my favorite voice line is going to be Pathetic by Reaper.
Nice. Good.
Very nice. All right, next.
Hey, Woody, user Reaper main. Hi, I'm Tox. I use they, them pronouns. I am the captain and main tank of the Blizzard Bears. And my favorite voice line, I think, is Torbjorn's Hear Me Baby, Hold It Together, because it's my favorite to spam in combination with the Too Hot For You, where you cut it off in the middle and you do Hear Me Baby, Too Hot For You.
I always like those combos. Those are always so much fun. For mine, it's Reinhardt with honor, justice, ooh, glittering prizes.
You've been working on that voice.
I know. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. All right, LA, how about you?
Hi, my name is Murph. I'm a support player for the Blizzard Bears, and my favorite line is from Moira, and it's, "You seem in need of aid." Because every time I hear it, all I hear is, "You seem in need of aid." And it gives me a giggle. And that's true.
I can't say I've ever thought of that. I'll never be able to hear it.
Now you will.
The same again.
The very classic
Murph.
Murph.
The same again. All right, Unholy.
All right. Hi, I'm Unholy. I'm also a support for the Blizzard Bears. I typically play main, but I can easily play flex. And my favorite line is, again, Moira. because she is the best lines. It's stupidity is not a right.
Oh my
Because I
gosh.
often get a lot of stupid people spamming that they need healing, and I'm sick of it, and I hate it, and I want them to leave me alone.
That's literally I can't tell you how many times I spam that as a support if I'm playing Moira.
Thank you.
All the time. Stupidity is not
the
a
time.
right. You're out of my range. You're running away from me. You're being stupid. If
Yeah,
you
and
just
I'm
gonna
not gonna
keep calling
chase
out
you
for
all the
healing.
time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Look, they make
chase you
healing orbs
into
for
the
a
enemy
reason.
team by yourself. It's not happening.
Simple geometry. They got to replace Scatter Arrow with your healing orb. Hit it off the walls properly. That's the only reason it was
Stop it
invented.
right now.
Right.
All right, and abated.
What's up? I'm Giant. I'm the DPS. I'm silent. I don't know if it counts as a voice line, but I'm a Genji player, so sorry supports, but I need healing.
Yes,
Spam
that
it over and
counts.
over throughout the
I've
entire
never
game.
That's
been more
awesome.
disappointed in
does
my life.
Genji really have any other voice lines? I gotta be honest.
No,
with you.
he
Like,
does
I don't
not.
think
He has
Genji has
you
any
need
other.
healing.
Oh, he
I need
does. He
healing.
has that. Yeah.
I need more heals than our supports do.
All right.
DPS.
So obviously we're missing a few folks from your team tonight, Silent. So let us know about who we're missing out on tonight.
So we're actually missing two tank players, Kaliwag and Imi, and we're also missing our flex player, Toxic Junior. He plays DPS and support. They are all three of them are all great people. They do very well. They bring up a big energy to this team when we're all playing. That's basically who we're missing here.
All right. Well, folks, that is the Blizzard Bears. So we'll be seeing them moving forward as we get started in our season. So, Booth, let's go ahead and start off with those interview questions.
Yes, so we're gonna for some of these interview questions, if we want to go down the full way and explain, if you have something you want to add on, some of them I'm sure are gonna build off of each other a little bit here, but we'll start at the top and work our way down. So starting with Silent here, so give us a quick little history of the team. How did the group get put together? How long have you guys been playing with each other? Just a brief history for us.
So I'm actually kind of newer to the team. I was new to PC I would say about 4 months ago, give or take, and I was looking for a home, more or less. And Tox actually thought I was a Masters DPS trying to find a team, but that's what I was on console. So I had to actually kind of rank up a little bit. Tox would know more of the team's history than I would.
Yeah, I can take it over if you guys don't mind. So I've been on the team since January 2020, and the Blizzard Bears was created as a divisional team as part of the International Overwatch League, which is another Discord league, a minor league. And we were made as one of the very first PC teams, and we were created as an academy team and an intermediate team. And when I joined in January, intermediate, which is us, our level, was, I don't know, like 3 people, 4 people, and for months and months, we just struggled to find players, capture players. Like, we would go up and down in terms of, oh, we almost have 6, and no, we have 7, maybe let's do scrims, and then we would lose a bunch of people. So it was always very back and forth, and only 3 people, me, Imi, and Toxic Junior, kind of stayed as the constants. And then over time, our academy team was always very successful, and over time, kind of right at the same point, Silent joined academy, and ranked up very fast to join intermediate. Murph came up from academy to intermediate, and we were so close. We had 5 members then, and I was like, "Hey, Silent, I'm the one running this team. I don't want to be the only one running this team. Will you help me?" And he was like, "Yeah." Really, he offered, and I said yes, please, because I am lazy. So I put him in charge. He got the ball rolling. He's got us a bunch of people, did a bunch of tryouts. We got a full roster. I signed us up for Tranquility right before I handed over the reins to him. And now we're here, yeah.
So if anything goes wrong, it's automatically your fault. Or sorry,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Silent's
yeah,
fault
yeah.
because
it's
you handed
all
it
my
over.
fault. Yeah, it's all my fault.
Yeah, I put us
my
in this situation, but made him the scapegoat.
He's in charge of it.
It's a
big
man.
beautiful
brain.
thing.
That's big brain strats right there.
So does anybody else want to add to that? Maybe how they end up joining the team, or
I can add to it a little bit, only just from I joined in March 2020. At the beginning of COVID, I was working from home and I had always been casually playing. And I was recruited by Salty, who's the owner of our server. And playing in academy, and it was a lot of fun, and it was pretty casual, and I was also on another team, so I started setting up some scrims with academy, and I kind of got the taste for competition. So it just was like this perfect combination of timing, silent joining, working more and more with and playing more with talks. So it was kind of cool to go from academy and jump to intermediate pretty quickly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Off, do you want to mention anything?
I mean, I joined like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I have no idea about anything, dude.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I've
fine.
been here for 2 or 3 weeks. And my life is just a general mess. And when we get to talking about the actual match, which I expect that we do, I'll have a lot to say about that day because it was it was a mess for me. And I feel particularly bad about it. So
Hey, that's that's the preseason. I want to
Mhm.
give a quick one for a little tranquility history. I've been here since season 2. So it's been about 2.5 years. Except for last season, nobody has ever done anything that has won or done well in the preseason. I mean, they're normally the teams that are like get like 8th out of 12th or something in the playoff seeding at the end. So this does not dictate what happens at all during
Absolutely
during the
not.
rest of the season.
oh, I
So
know, but
shake
I
that off.
just like I don't want to spoil it yet. But you guys are talking about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
God. I'm just gonna wait.
All
You gotta wait
right.
now.
Well, got a question for you there, Silent, and others
Oh boy. Let's
can
go.
be free to add in as well. Who do you feel so far as you've kind of collected your team and you've been, working hard? It seems like this has been something that's been going on for quite a while. Who do you feel is currently your most improved player over the course of the team?
Most improved. I definitely have to give that to Murph. 100%.
For real, 100% agree.
Yeah. Murph from when we first started was I'm not gonna say terrible, but there were things that you just looked at that you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, come on.
Were they trying to shoot with Lucio's gun and trying to heal you? Because that's what I did when I started.
That's what you do.
So.
You're just like, like, what are you doing? Like, you're this
We
great
were
healer. You
diving
know
the
what
back
you're doing.
line, all that jazz.
Yeah, it was just crazy. So, but now she just plays so much better, and it's just more fluent. There's more comms. There's just that. It's just like that next level that
Yeah,
she
and
brings.
I want to cut in just because I've told it to her before, but I really just want to hand it to her because when she first joined the team in March on our academy team, she was playing at like the silver level, like silver gold border ish. And from March to now has just put in the time and applied herself so hard to get up and grind up to the like 3K level that we're playing at. And I've watched her the whole time, and she mentioned she was on the second team. She brought me on to coach that team briefly, and I've like seen her progress from the beginning, and the like work she's put in and the motivation she has to just keep going. There's been a lot of times where like she's gotten a lot of negative feedback and has wanted to give up but never did, and I just have always really admired like the push that she made, and is still making because we're still going.
Oh yeah, that's awesome to hear. Actually, can I weigh in on that?
Sure.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Y'all's interview.
I mean, that means a lot because the Bears for me is just like got such a great vibe, and it's super straightforward, direct feedback, but also like positive. But I have been working pretty hard, and I have a healthy like level of competition in me, competitive vibes. But Tox and Silent, I think what pushed me over the edge is they appointed me co-captain of the team, really just to kind of cover for Tox when they can't be there and that sort of thing. And that just put me on the spotlight and really kind of made me try to even be stronger. So And I'm still work in progress. I'm still a newish player, you know.
And I feel like that's where we're
Mm.
all at, and that's kind of what
Mhm.
the Tranquility community is all about. You know,
Mhm.
all of our,
Mhm.
you know, even our top tier, our Transcendence tier, is more focused on those that are still looking to take the next step. So whether you're Harmony, Discord, or Trance, or if you're getting ready to take that next step, you know, there's always new things to learn. There's always
Mhm.
always ways to
Or a
grow.
broadcaster. Wink,
Or a
wink,
Right.
nudge, nudge.
caster, yeah, like
Someone,
no
please.
matter what role, no matter what role you play in the community, there's always ways to learn and grow. So I
Yeah.
think that
To
that's
me,
very.
that's kind of what it's all about. And Talks
Hmm.
mentioned that they came over and yeah, they coached for my other team and just it was a really cool experience to see them in action.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, I heard one of you guys bring up what it meant to be part of the Bears. So I have a question. Where did the name Blizzard Bears come from?
Oh, that's all Tox. Tox has got
Yeah,
that.
talks.
Yeah. So when I joined the team, it was already like established. I don't actually know when it was founded, but it was founded in part by three members that are still here. Salty Circles and Sadness. Shouts out to them.
Aw.
And the story is not very complicated. They were brainstorming team names, and Salty was like, "I like Blizzard Wizards because it rhymes," and then she was like, "Well, let's do like an ice cold theme." Blizzard Bears,
An
and that was it.
alliteration. Nice.
Oh,
Very
nice.
nice.
Always go with the alliteration.
It is very catchy.
I
Oh,
mean,
it
if
is.
you,
I like it.
I mean, if you haven't noticed, a lot of our teams kind of either like they're all based around a theme or they have that alliteration built in. You know, you got the Tata Squad, you got the Aerial Felines, you got Spicy Ink, like so. I would say that that's pretty common for what we see
Yeah.
around here, but it's always fun to see the stories that develop around that.
Yeah.
So. All right. So, gonna break it down now to the players, and since you're all players, I guess you all get to answer. So, so as we grow in Overwatch, we find that there are particular roles that we are better at than others. I myself am a flex player, but I still lean towards the tank side. So, starting with Silent, working our way down once again, what drew you to the role that you play for the Blizzard Bears?
So what actually drew me to DPS was I was kind of comfortable on it already from console.
I don't
Um,
know. Is
what?
it breaking up for you guys? Sorry.
It's clear on
No,
my
you
end.
sound fine for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, so console. I played on console for 2 years or so. DPS is what I mainly played there, and I was just comfortable. It was just comfort picks. Just mouse and keyboard was really shitty trying to learn it for me.
I feel that.
So like
Mm.
picking up Reaper and just sitting on Reaper for 10 plus hours was easy because mechanically I knew what to do. It was just I instead of hitting Q I was hitting tab. I wish I had
Yep.
the video for you guys.
Mm.
You would love it. Sat on King's Row point and just I was hitting tab instead of Q. Just stood on point like, yeah, this is fine.
Yep. No worries.
So that's why I play DPS. It's just because that's what was easier.
I feel that, but I have to ask:
Go for
Xbox or PS?
PS4.
Ah, man.
100%.
Every
Oh, come
time.
on.
Good man.
Aw,
The,
man.
Good.
the Xbox quality of competitive gaming is terrible. I don't want to hear it. A 3900 on Xbox is like 2000 when you go over to PS4. I never want to hear it ever again.
Man.
You know
Yeah,
what?
right.
I will look forward to when they finally introduce that crossover and see how that actually comes
I
out.
would love to see how that goes. I would love it.
I'm not good, but I don't think that I would be silver when I'm going over to PS4. I'm just saying.
They say it's like in all honesty, they say it's like a 500 to 1000 SR difference. It's the same thing when you're supposed to come over to like from console to PC. You're supposed to be a 500 to 1000 SR difference.
Yeah,
of
that's
you
what I've
normally
heard
are.
from console to PC, but not between consoles.
Yeah, even
so-
between. It's kind of weird how they
Ah.
talk about it.
Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Talks.
Yeah, so Overwatch was my first PC game and also my first FPS game for real. I guess because the only other
Okay.
shooter I really had a lot of experience in was Splatoon on the Wii U, which I did put hundreds of hours in. I loved that game. But so therefore, when I came on, I didn't have much experience with mouse and keyboard, or with shooters in general, or with MOBAs, and so I was a Mercy one trick for 300 hours. And after 300 hours of playing Mercy, I was like, "Fuck this." I was so tired of losing games because people are stupid, so I couldn't carry for anything. So I was like, "I'm going to be a Reinhardt main now." And that's what I did, and I instantly gained like 200 SR. And he was just so much fun. And I still like to play Mercy when I like want to be brain dead, and just hold left click. But
I wish
I got
was
into
that
Ryan
good.
and I got into Winston.
I wish
It's
I was
so
that
easy,
good
you
at
just
Mercy
hide
that it
around
was
the
just
corner
brain
and just be
dead.
like
It's
left
like,
click, right click. No, but Ryan and Winston, I love being on the front line, and I love having a bunch of health and like eating damage and running at small people, and they have to run away from me or die. That's like my favorite gameplay style.
I'm sorry. I just want to double check. You said be on the front line and have a lot of health and Winston in the same sentence.
Yes.
I mean, I don't play that competitively
You
anymore,
have-
but
you
I don't
have
think
a
I
lot of
remember
health.
that happening.
I didn't say how long the health lasted.
Okay.
Just started
All
with a lot of health.
Well, see, and
Okay.
and now you got the conductor skin for Ryan, so even
Yeah.
that left shift just makes it even that much more
Choo-choo.
fun. Just
It makes
choo
a
your
little
way
noise.
in. And
I
just
love it.
And just remember, folks, there's 4 chuggas before the choo choo every time.
Okay.
Every time. That's
I
the
love
rule.
it.
That's the rule. All right, Murph.
I think I'm just kind of in general in life a support player. I do that for my work and I do that at home. So there was just no question. Actually, I'm having a hard time playing any other role. I have another new account where I just am only allowed to play tank and DPS just to get to know the heroes and try to break out of support a little bit. But I'm a true and true support player. But I didn't know, Tox, that you had 300 hours of Mercy because Tox is the one that kind of really kind of coached me to kind of get to a higher level of support playing. So that totally makes sense because whenever I see them play Mercy, I'm like, how the fuck are you doing that? And go
Yep.
straight into Rhine.
Yep.
Like, whenever Tox is like playing Rhine, you just have to keep up with them. And it makes support playing kind of exciting, to be honest. Like, as a support player, you're inspired, and I play better when I'm challenged by the tank, challenged by DPS, and you have to try to keep your other support player up or alive. Unholy does a really good job of saving my ass a lot. So even though you're brand new, but I was like, okay, I don't want to piss this one off.
Not
I
just
like
yet.
it.
Not just yet.
Murph, I want to ask, by challenged by the tank, do you mean when I just go in and feed and you just have to
No.
figure
I was
out-
about ready to say, I
that is
feel.
exactly
Yes.
what Murph means.
Yeah, I was about
That
ready
is
to say, I feel like
exactly
there's
what
a
Murph
difference
means.
between charging in and that excitement and feeding and that
No.
existential dread that comes with the support.
Oh my god.
You saved my
Yeah.
life.
No, it's like, a good tank has a plan and just you kind of see where they're going. And I don't know, it's just
Yep.
like that synergy. And Tox does without Tox and without the whole like dynamic that we have now, it's like the best I've ever felt it. So it's pretty exciting.
All right.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Aw. All right, Offspring.
All right. So I started in 2018 because one of my old friends, they had Overwatch and they were in desperate need of someone to play. And I was really the only gamer friend that they had. Like I gamed a lot and I gamed on
Yeah.
console at this time. So
Me
I
too.
didn't touch PC. So she was like, I'll buy the game for you. I was like, all right, fine. So she bought the game for me and I started playing the game and then I got ahead of her in the game. And at that point, we only played quick play. Like I didn't play competitive until June of this year. Really,
Wow.
like consistently. So, and I played with a controller. So I didn't touch.
I do too.
mouse and
I do too.
keyboard.
No shame. No shame
Yeah,
there.
I didn't touch mouse and keyboard until June of this year. But that's how I started, and I was still at the point where quick play was just like you got to pick whatever you wanted.
Mhm.
And so everyone picked DPS, and I was just like, everyone is picking DPS.
Okay.
You guys are idiots. And so I had to pick the support because everyone was picking DPS. I was just like, screw this, I'll do it. So I did it. And as you can tell between me and Murph, there's like two very different supports. Like Murph is all nice and sweet, and I'm usually the one that gets in your face and kills you.
So you're the mess with the doc, get the Glock kind of support man.
100%.
Gotcha. All right.
This is I yes, I enjoy killing the people.
Beautiful.
Murder.
It's
murder.
murder.
Blizzard Bears support line, all things in balance.
One of the things I'm known for saying on the team is I'm gonna beat them up. I say that like before every game. They're like, "All right, guys, we're gonna go. We're gonna do this." I'm like, "I'm gonna beat them up," and that was it. That's it.
I'm going.
It's what they
I'm
deserve.
just going in there.
I'm gonna beat 'em up.
And it's especially fun with talks, with Ryan. And if I play Brig or like a Lucio,
yeah. And you
it's
both beat 'em
I
up.
have
Easy day.
such a great. I'm like always in there with talks. We are in there.
Yep.
And I have so much fun.
If we're
WP
feeding,
only.
Yep. If you're feeding, we're feeding together.
Yeah,
There we
exactly.
go.
Like, even when I'm BAP and Tox is like just going in there, I'm like, all right, here's my immortality field. Here we go. Like, all right.
It's like the Bugs Bunny meme where it's like, I'm feeding, no, we feed.
Yes. Yes. So I kind of go with Tox. So I'm a little bit more on the front lines.
Nice.
Yeah, you see, I don't have to learn because my supports enable me.
Yes.
Ah.
And I have a
I don't learn
very aggressive.
I guess
at all.
I guess we'll find out later this season how well that holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and Giant.
All right. So I started playing games back in like 2013. You know, like Xbox 360, Black Ops 2, Clash of Clans.
Hell yeah,
Like
that's the
the
good
OG
stuff.
games.
Black Ops
I
2 was
gotta-
the best.
It was.
Oh,
I was like
love
the
it.
one kid
Like,
with the
don't-
ballista
don't-
trick
oh.
shotting. Best game ever.
Best game.
Then I got
So
my
good.
PC like 2 years ago, and I got it just to play Overwatch. That's what all my friends are playing. I started off as a Mercy one trick, pocketing my friends in quick play, which I regret doing. But
Never
Team Res-
regret that.
the
Wear
Team
that with
Res was
pride.
fun. Team Res was great. Then I switched up to Tank, Reinhardt, still Browns at this point. And then I just switched to playing in one trick and Genji. Got up to like 2.8 in like within 2 seasons of just playing him.
Wow.
Now I'm stuck there around 2.8 to 3K. And somehow now my tank SR is about 100 or 200 SR higher than my DPS,
Wow.
which makes no sense because I barely play tank. And when I do, I just one trick hog.
I mean,
then-
if you're
You're
gonna play a
playing
DPS,
Well,
it's either Hog or Zarya. You get to pick one of them.
Want to take a guess what I do for support if I'm a DPS player?
Moira, or Zen, or Bap.
Reddit Lucio.
Zen.
Oh, that yo. All right.
Like 2.8 Reddit Lucio. My team hates me so much. Every comp game I get flamed, I have to leave VC. But I have gold damage and gold limbs, alright? Like, it's working.
You should be keeping up with me, right? The speed is so that you stay with me, not the other way around.
Exactly. So you get it.
All right.
Okay. Now, we're going to go through here a little bit and start asking a little bit of your opinions on some of your teammates on the Blizzard Bears with you. So, this one you can talk about as much as you want. If not, you can give us a few names. You can give us one name for all I care. So, going down the list, who do you think are the parents of the team?
100% it's me and Tox. 100%. We are. It is literally like a mom and dad situation. Dad and dad. It is just. It is nuts how we work together like that.
I want to say I'm working constantly to keep Silent in check for
Oh,
the
yeah.
good of everyone else.
Hey, as an ex-GM, I can speak to how terrible it was not having like a number I don't want to say a number 2 because that would in some way insinuate they did like less work because I just did all the work. But having someone else that I could lean on to help pick things up would have made such a difference. Having teams like that, and I always felt like that was one of the reasons my teams didn't succeed. Besides the fact that I played every map, that didn't help out too much.
I'm a person that will just push and push and push. Like, if I had the chance, we would be playing 7 days a week, and that would be the end of it.
Okay.
Don't
do that, please.
Sounds terrible.
That is
Please
exactly
don't do
what I
that.
would be
Enjoy
doing.
this game.
That would be that's what I'd be doing. I'd be running scrims 5 to 6 days a week, and we'd be playing matches constantly. That would be
Goodness.
me. Tox on the other hand is like, no, we're not doing that. That's not allowed. So
Yeah, I come in to balance and be like, remember, we are real people,
Yep.
not just like
Good.
Overwatch bots. We have lives.
Yes.
What are
good.
those?
Make your-
There's no
Alex,
such
please.
thing.
I was like, how am I going to make my dysfunctional childhood, being the firstborn, come into play and be like codependent and managing my parents? And it's come to play with Tox and Silent, where I'm like, Tox represents like life, health, mental clarity, and balance, and Silent is go, go, go. So they're actually perfect kind of pairing, to be honest. And I'm just trying to keep them in the middle.
Nice. Nice.
I say Offer Giant. Do you have either of you have some answers to that differ from your team? It seems like it's kind of a understanding across the whole team who's the parents are there.
Yeah, they're definitely the parent. That's it. Like, they're the parents. That's it.
I see Silent as like the head boss because he's kind of like more hands-on, I guess, with like getting new players on the team. At least from what I've seen, I've only been here a month. But
Yeah, I mean, I did put. Sorry, Giant, not to cut you off. I do want to give props to Silent though, because like part of the reason why the team wasn't happening when I was the only person in charge is because I don't want to put in the effort that Silent does. Because Silent puts in so much effort and is like working constantly.
Always, you guys don't even understand half the time. Tox understands a little bit. The amount of messages I'm getting, the amount of can I join? Can this one do this? Can that one do that? Then you got, Tranquility. They're messaging you going, we need lineups. We need this.
Always.
We need that. And I'm like,
They'll
God,
never stop.
what am I supposed to do? And you're just like, this never ends. It just never stops. And there's always an issue. There's always something coming up. And it's just like, by the time you're done, you're like, all right, well, I guess I'll just die and sleep.
Well, if
Well,
it makes you
just-
feel
just
any
wait.
better, it's frustrating for us too. So
Just wait till we start sending you end of season awards, and you have to start
Yep.
picking
See-
players for who did and certain roles and stuff. And we're gonna be all down your neck on that.
See, you've got at least a good 2 to 3 month break between the beginning of the season
Enjoy these first couple
and the
weeks.
end of the season. So
The problem is I don't. That's the worst part of it.
Well, I
We're
mean,
in a
from
whole-
us at least.
Oh, yeah,
You
from
do.
the-
all right.
We're in a whole nother league, so now I gotta like do that too.
Yep.
And like the
I
best thing I
see.
like about you guys is you guys do like matches on Wednesday 8:30, and that's kind of like that's it. Like there's no ifs and buts. The other league you have to like do it with the other manager and figure out a time. Yeah.
Oh, you're
Nope.
no.
Nope. Never ever doing that again.
No.
Right.
I hate it. It
Oh,
sucks so
man.
much.
That is incredibly frustrating. Oh man.
Yep. Tell me about it.
I did that with another org, and I looked at people and I was like, because I was the Twitch manager over there, and I was just like, we can't do this. This is ridiculous. Like, come on, give us some kind of control over the schedule. But yeah,
Right?
I think that's a
You
really
just hate
nice
it.
thing about it.
Mhm.
And plus, it leaves everybody free for the rest of the week too. Like everybody plays on Wednesday night unless you're the feature match, and so like everybody gets it out of the way, and then they get to enjoy the feature matches the rest of the time. Like you don't have to worry about reschedules unless
Please tune in.
exactly.
Right.
Please tune
Of
in.
course.
Come on, folks.
Please, it makes me happy.
Twitch.tv/OW Tranquility. Come on, get over there. All right. But yeah, that's one of the things that I really love about this community is that we bug you a lot in the beginning, but then once we're done, you get like a good 2-3 months until we start handing out awards, and then we bug you again. And then you get another 2-3 months after the season's done, and then we do it all over again. So
We're consistent too with it, so it's not like we're hitting you with new things. So as soon as you run through it the first time, you can feel pretty well to know how to handle it the second time.
Yeah,
That
our
was
issue
definitely
is
the
more
thing.
handling all the teams right now.
Ugh.
Is trying to figure that issue out. Goodness gracious, we've grown like what, maybe like
Oh, when I played, there was 12
100%
teams.
since
There was
like
12 teams when I first
yeah.
played.
Wow.
We have grown quite a bit, and the community is just absolutely great. But we're not here to talk about the community. We're here to talk about the Blizzard Bears. So let's get back to it.
I think we have one more question each here, Jack.
Yep.
Before I have this segment.
I believe
you want me to go ahead and do one of mine?
You
Or do you
go.
wanna take
You do yours, and I'll end with mine.
Okay. All right. So another one here about kind of your interactions and thoughts here about the team. Who is the biggest feeder? Silent. You can start for us.
Oh man.
Don't lie.
Honesty
We'll know.
here. Honesty.
We will know.
Be honest, Silent.
Yeah. I'm giving it to you. You knew it was going to you. There are times that Tox just feeds, but there are also times Tox just like you're not feeding, but you're just taking over the game.
You gotta have balls. What are you talking
exactly.
about?
That's what Tox has. Tox has
Yeah.
balls. Walks
has
in there
balls.
and is like, I'm the Rhine. Everyone move. But then it's just like you're by yourself and you made all this space and now you're dead.
That's
Hey,
what
but
I
I
want
made
from my
the
main tank,
space.
though.
Yeah, but is everybody else dead? That's the question. Is everybody else dead?
You got the mindset of a DPS player on tank.
Exactly. So that's who I think. And I'm assuming it's going to be coming right back to me.
We'll see.
Yeah, Tox, your turn.
No, I was gonna say myself. I think I'm the one that goes in and dies constantly, unless like I time it right and my team is with me. But half the time I'm like, here we go, diving, jumping in, and then I get deleted.
Just blame no DM. That's it. That's all you have to do if
Exactly.
you're on main tank. There's no DM. There's no bubble. Come on.
Exactly. See, easy day.
All right, Murph.
I have to say, on occasion, it could be myself feeding. Just be- on
Is Tox right next
occasion-
to you though? I feel like Tox might.
like
be
there's
No,
a
we're on
knife
we're on
right there.
other sides of the country.
yeah.
No, I'm usually the one next to Tox. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the occasion. But I think, that's like the stuff I'm working on is just like positioning and awareness and all that good stuff. So sometimes I feel like it's me feeding.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, off. What do you think?
it's either me or Tox, because sometimes I will just get too aggressive, and then I will charge in there as a brig and just die. Like I wish that I had her health and her shield as to what it used to be.
Yep. Rippled brain.
But and
Rippled
sometimes
brain.
I feel like I still think that that's what I am when I'm not.
Mm.
So like I can't always go in there. I do the same thing as Lucio. He's just Lucio. It's fine. It's fine. So yeah, it's definitely Tox. Second is probably me. Yeah.
Okay. And Giant, who do you say?
I'm gonna be nice to Tox and say myself.
Thanks, Giant.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got
Eating
you.
DPS. I mean,
Hold
you
on,
say you
hold on,
play
hold on,
Genji,
hold on.
so it's
Only in my off
understandable.
roles. I'm a hog. I flank as hog. I give them ult.
Okay.
Then
okay.
Red at Lucio. I let them shoot me. Get ult. I heal, and then just repeat
3
the
for
cycle.
3.
Just repeat
And
it.
Genji on top. That's the perfect 3 feeding rolls there.
Oh,
You're
there
going
you go.
constant
I know.
everything.
Well,
Exactly.
People hate playing with me. I don't know how my team does it.
Trifecta. All right. So, final question we have for our interview segment here. You know, obviously you're new to Tranquility. It seems like y'all have been building yourselves up for quite some time. What are your goals, either as a team or as an individual player, going into the Tranquility tournament for season 6?
I would say our goals are just to kind of compete well. To just play as good as we can, and hopefully we can make the playoffs and kind of show people, like, even though we're a little bit low on the SR compared to everybody else, we could kind of play with the best of them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people go around saying this, but it is really true. SR only gives you an idea of how skilled the team is. because you can have, you can be like, one of the ones I just found out, Strix, like just like one SR below the limit. But if you don't have the coordination, the cohesion, that synergy that y'all have been talking about, then it makes it really hard to be skilled and also kind of show you are skilled. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. It seems like y'all got that in the pocket right now. So how about you, Tux?
Oh, beating Ragnarok. Our match was so close. It was so close, and it was so bittersweet at the end when we just barely lost. And I'm sure I speak for like everyone on our team, where like I've been thinking constantly about like the little mistakes that I did that made us lose this fight, or when this person went in, we just misplayed a little bit and it didn't win. And so we just want to like we want that rematch. We want to
All right.
go.
Well,
Definitely.
be looking forward to stage 2, because we've already looked at your stage 1 setup, and unfortunately Ragnarok won't be in your group, so you'll be possibly
They're
seeing them
safe
during
from us.
stage 2, or at very least you'll see them
That might be better.
during the playoffs. So
Well,
I'd rather
we're
see them
gonna
in the
hit.
playoffs.
Yeah,
I was
just-
gonna say we're gonna hit Omega though, who is also from our home league, the IWL. So that'll be
Yeah.
fun.
all right, all right, Murph.
Team wise, I think just kind of keep like doing better with our coordination, our synergy, just keep growing. That part is like really, really exciting for me. And then personally, just that constant growing and learning. Nothing too exciting, but just that evolving in general.
Awesome.
And I also like Tranquility. It's perfect fit, I think, with the Bears, just like culturally and just the vibes. I think I'm going to be really spoiled by Tranquility and the positive and supportive vibes here. It's going to be hard to
We try.
go into another one. It's great.
We try. You may or may not tune in to the Monday Night Iris podcast, and depending on how memey we're feeling that night will depend on how
It's
how
gonna be
loved
me.
you feel.
I saw the outline. It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
See, you're lucky because you're new, so we're not going to make fun of you just yet. So
Okay, got it.
You're lucky.
Well, no, I don't know, Jack. You and I know a little bit about them
No.
now.
Oh,
I'm
see,
good.
yeah, we might have to edit our scripts for tomorrow. Oh, goodness. All right. No worries. All right, Offspring.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh no, I do definitely want a rematch with Ragnarok. And I'm gonna talk right now because I want to tell them
Oh, right.
exactly what the crap I had to deal with.
Okay.
My computer decided to do a massive update that I had no control over. So I had to go on my mom's computer, download Discord, re-download Overwatch, and play on a keyboard and mouse that I have no experience on playing. And my mother's computer also does not have a mic and headset jack in one, so I had to use two separate things to be able to hear and play.
Oh my God.
Rip.
Yeah, that like I missed one match. It was a terrible experience, so I really want that rematch
All right.
so that I can actually like play on my own stuff.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part we run into a lot of the times, especially during the live matches, that with everyone, if it were more like Owl style where we could all play in the same place, then yeah, it'd be great. But we're all playing from homes, whether it be things like updates or Discord goes down, Overwatch goes down, internet
that's
connection
happened a few
goes
times,
down.
We had
stinks.
Overwatch servers was it 2 seasons ago crash during map 6 in a first to 3.
Yep.
And
God.
overtime on a and it was that was the most heartbreaking thing. It was going to be like the undead of the undefeated team. They were about to lose, and we had to play the map again the next
Oh
day.
my gosh. Horrible.
Yeah, that was indeed rough. All right, and Giant.
As everyone said, rematching Ragnarok, beat them, and just overall winning everything is not as important, but we will win everything. Just put that out there.
Oh, I wasn't aware of this. Okay.
Oh my God,
I'll
Giant.
put this in my
Seriously?
notebook.
Yeah, so we're gonna win everything, of course. But I think the most important thing is growing as a team.
Awesome.
I think
Awesome.
everyone can test.
I mean, there's a lot of season to go, so you got plenty of time. Plenty of time to be ready to win everything. So, but so do they. So just be careful. All right, so we're going to move on to our next section called Word Association. We picked some words that kind of go with your team or around your team that you might be familiar with. And I literally want you to say the first thing that comes to your mind. So no ums, no ahs, just like whatever comes into your mind, very first thing. We're going to start off with an easy one. It's Murph.
Healing.
Best.
Mercy?
You do have to answer for whatever for
Oh.
yourself.
Yep. Go ahead and
Muff.
answer for. What do you think of when you think of yourself?
Mercy.
I'm one.
All right. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay. All right. Here's the next one, and I promise this is actually a word. Nya.
Me when they have a rig and I'm Genji.
It's not the word. It's not a word, but you know the cat emoticon with the :3.
Mhm.
in
That's
the
exactly.
C.
Yeah, it's
NYAA.
Yep.
Just spelling it.
It's just
I
a
have
weird
this-
scream. That's all I think of.
I have this weird picture in my head. It's the Pop-Tart cat.
Yep.
Yes.
The Nyan cat.
Yeah,
Yes.
Nyan
Oh.
Cat.
Yes,
yeah.
thank you.
I'm
I had
actually
that.
kind of surprised that Nya didn't go with a variation of that for their logo. That was actually a little surprising.
That would have been so smart. Oh my god,
I
guys.
know.
They can still do it for their
I'm so
theme song.
brilliant. Oh,
You know what? Between that and Deja Vu, like I've got, we've got some things in the pocket for when those teams start doing feature matches. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
And Giant. We got to make sure we get Giants.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Oh, I said me playing Genji and going to a rig.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. I must have missed that. Nice.
I
Terrifying.
think we just went out of order.
No worries.
That's okay. All right. Our next one. Silent.
Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper.
Masters console.
Yeah.
Silence.
Rain.
Just Reaper.
Rain.
Yeah, so I actually have another friend. I met him before you, and his name is Silent Rain. So he's the first thing I thought of. So I'm sorry.
I'm offended.
Sag.
I'm sorry.
Mine was meant to be ironic because sometimes I just want silence from silent.
Hey.
I was already saying I don't
I
think
picked it
you
up.
get
I
a
picked
whole
it up.
lot of that,
I
to be
didn't pick
completely
that up.
honest with you. All right, so last one we got for here, and we've talked a bit about it already, but I figured give you one more opportunity. Tranquility.
Ragnarok.
Discord.
Exciting.
Yeti.
Peaceful.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
I like it.
All right.
That was a good spread. That was a
lot
really
of
good
fun. Whip through that pretty quickly, and now's the fun part, because we are at the end of our show for this evening. But y'all know, in the Tranquility community, we don't end a beat drop without some server kick trivia. So tonight,
Theme song plays.
yeah, we need a theme song for that server kick trivia. We'll have to get working on that. So tonight's topic is all about Lunar New Year. Obviously, because Lunar New Year event's going on right now. So we've got some various questions that we'll be asking to see how your knowledge of the Lunar New Year event is over the last couple of years it's been going on. So I'll explain for the folks at home kind of how we do this game. So players on the team are pitted against one another in this trivia style game where they buzz in using their name to answer the trivia question. So if I was buzzing as Silent Wraith, I'd say Silent, or Wraith. Doesn't have to be your full name. You'll have 15 seconds to buzz in. If no one buzz in, we will volunteer you that you're answering this question, because somebody has to answer. You will then have 15 seconds to answer the question. If you get the answer correct, you get to choose someone that gets yeeted out of the server. And it can't be you, because we're not nice, and it can't be us, because we're in charge. So you gotta pick somebody. If you get the answer wrong, though, or you don't answer within the 15 seconds, then you get kicked from the server. Last player standing helps us close out the show and is allowed to shout out and talk about whatever they want, and nobody gets to know about it except for us until the show comes live. Any questions?
Nope.
All right. So, Booth, I'll go ahead and let you pick the first question. Let me go ahead and get 15 seconds on the clock.
Okay. So I'm going to start with the easy one, I think. So remember, just say your name here whenever you want to buzz in for this. What was the very first Lunar New Year event for Overwatch? What was the year of that event?
Unholy.
Yes, Unholy.
I think it was 2017.
Okay, yeah. So what was the Lunar New Year? Sorry,
Yep.
I might be phrasing that a little
Lunar
better.
New Year every year is
okay,
the year
okay.
of the
Oh,
blank.
I misunderstood that. I was
Yep.
like, okay. Well, I don't know the answer to that.
Well, you already buzzed in, so you gotta give it a shot.
I read that one wrong, though.
I didn't understand that one.
Okay.
Thank
I guess we can be a little nice
Yeah,
for the
we have to be a
newbies,
little nice.
I suppose.
appreciate
So
it.
let me reset the clock. All right, 15 seconds on the clock. So
Wow.
the very first Lunar New Year event was called the Year of the Blank. 10 seconds.
Murph.
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 Murph. Rat.
Ooh, so close yet so far away. The very first Lunar New Year, which was indeed in 2017, you were correct about that, was the year of the rooster.
Oh, scheiße.
Oh my god.
So close.
So
close.
I didn't
close.
want to say that. I thought it was 2018.
I knew it was the
Yeah, I believe
knew it was the
2018
pig,
was
the
the year of the
rat,
rat.
the
So
ox.
you were very very close. So as always here, we do allow you to say some final words, Murph, as we set up your beautiful kick message that we've prepared for each and every one of you. So Murph, any last words before we send you on your way?
Sayonara, biatches.
All right.
Thanks, Murph.
Well, Murph, you know about Murphy's Law. What can happen will happen. And it looks like what happened is you being kicked.
I love it. That's
All
amazing.
right.
That was
All
great.
right. For Remain, as we continue on. So this is going to be a relatively easy one, or I would hope if you know about the event. So every year, there is, or not every year, but for the event itself, there is a generic victory pose that is made for all Overwatch characters containing a singular item or multiples of this item. What is that item for the Lunar New Year event?
Talks.
Ryan,
I think I heard Unholy first. What do you think, Jack?
I believe so too. I heard Talks the loudest, but I thought I heard someone before that. So, Unholy.
Summer games.
So,
It's the medal.
so the questions are around the Lunar New Year
I don't
event.
understand these.
So,
Can I just leave?
Well, don't worry.
yeah,
No,
it's
kick me
okay.
out at this point, guys.
We know that this could be a little frustrating. so,
No, I just
so,
don't understand the question.
so, for the Lunar New Year event, you know, as is for every event, there is a generic pose that every hero has, a victory pose. They're named different things, but they all contain one singular item for the Lunar New Year event. What is that item?
giant.
Giant.
Isn't that a red envelope with money in it?
So, some do have that, but not all have that. The answer we're
That was
looking
a very
for...
good guess, though.
Yes, it is a good guess, because there are a
It
few
is a
characters that
tradition.
do have that, but every character has fireworks.
Really?
Yep. And they're all named different things, but every character, and I know because I literally went on the wiki and looked at every single one to make sure. Every single generic victory pose that is made, even for the new characters, contains one or multiple fireworks. Because that's a big way to celebrate Lunar New Year. So, Giant. Unfortunately, we are going to have to send you on your way. Do you got any last words for us?
Yes. If you are a ball or brig one trick, please unfriend me and leave me alone.
All right.
That is all.
Well, Giant, it turns out your name was quite fitting for this event because you have just been abated from the conversation.
I love it.
Hey.
All right. What do we got next there, Booth?
Okay. So, for this one, I need you to give me 5 of the possible answers to this question. So, name 5 heroes that have received multiple skins during the Lunar New Year events.
Tox.
Yes,
Jesus.
Tox.
May.
That's
One.
one.
I have to name all of them. Shit.
You have to name
Just
5.
Just
There
five.
are many. There are many, so your odds are huge.
So May, Rhine,
Okay.
yes. Zenyatta.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I need 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
2 more.
I'm thinking of ones that have at least 1, but I want to be sure they're 2.
10 seconds.
Is Roadhog one?
Name 1 more.
Yep.
Mercy?
Ooh,
right.
you were
God damn it.
so close. So Roadhog actually isn't one of those. The heroes that have received multiple skins during the Lunar New Year event is Diva, May, Reinhardt, Winston, Tracer, Widowmaker, Zenyatta, Brig, Mercy, Bastion, Reaper, McCree, and Orisa.
Oh god, there's so many that
I know there were a lot of them, so we
Hey,
thought
4 for 5
5
is good
wouldn't
on
be
that,
too
though.
hard, but it does create a little bit of a challenge. So Tox, you were doing so good.
That's
But-
so good. 4 out of 5.
But we gotta send you on your way. Any last words?
No, I'll accept defeat in silence.
All right. Well, Tox, I gotta tell you, your name is only 2 extra letters away from something we have experience yeeting out of servers.
That's beautiful.
It is. We
That was a good
work
one.
really hard on them. We truly do. And by hard, I mean maybe 10 minutes before we get started. All right. So next one. This is one of my favorites. So I really, or actually, we're down to the final 2, right?
We are.
We're down to the final 2, Unholy and Silent. Silent,
God.
taking the strategy that many people do. There's always one that answers and one that just says nothing.
Yep.
The entire time.
I'll just sit here and wait,
See, you'll just wait, let them weed themselves out, and,
and
more
hopefully
than
I'll
likely,
eventually know one.
exactly. See, see, this one isn't exactly Overwatch related, so I hope
no.
y'all will be able to. We'll give you both a chance to answer, of course. Why is Lunar New Year celebrated?
Do you know it, Unholy?
No, but I'm gonna take a shot.
Oh, good.
All right, Unholy.
Okay, so I think Lunar New Year is celebrated because it is the end of the it's literally the end of the lunar cycle around the Earth. No, that's wrong. Because that happens.
Just
quite
keep
frequently.
going. Just keep
That's quite,
going.
no, that's wrong. That's quite frequently. I'm just an idiot.
Keep going.
See what else you can bring out of it. So tell us about, like, what does the event contain? What is it, like, why does Overwatch even celebrate Lunar New Year?
Why does Overwatch celebrate Lunar New Year?
Well, I'm just trying to get you thinking. Some questions to help you. Like, why is it important? How about you, Silent?
Well, they have
Man,
two different calendars. They have 2 different calendars. The Chinese
Mhm.
have the Gregorian calendar and the Lunar New Year, like the lunar calendar. So it's the end of the lunar calendar.
Okay. How about
She could
you,
have the-
Silent? Do you
She
have
could have the victory. I have no idea, man.
you have no idea? All
I'll
right.
be
I don't
completely
want the
honest with you.
victory. Do not twice. I don't want it.
So Unholy, you did get a good portion of the answer since Silent is just giving it up to you. So
No.
Lunar New Year is commonly an Eastern celebration of the first new moon of the year. So that's usually when Lunar New Year takes place. So you're very close. It's not celebrating the end of one year, but the beginning of a new year. It marks the beginning of the new year for many Eastern countries that follow the lunar calendar, and the celebration is focused on togetherness and spreading of good luck as families enter the new year together. This celebration usually takes place between January 20th and February 20th, when the Overwatch Lunar New Year happens. So it's just like kind of one of those things that Overwatch does to kind of bring attention to a celebration that happens somewhere around the world, which I think is pretty great. You know, we saw this, I think it was during 2020 with the Symmetra's Holly skin. That's real big celebration in India, I believe. You know, with the multicolors and, you know, celebrations and whatnot. So it's just one of those things that Overwatch includes to get us more culturally diverse. And with that being said, now we're going to be absolutely rude and send Silent Wraith on their way. So, Silent, as I prep your message, any last words before we...
I just want to say my team is here to play, and I hope everyone is ready to see the Blizzard Bears in action.
All right. Well, Silent, there's a problem with being a Silent Wraith. And that's your exit isn't going to be so remarkable. Sorry.
I was going to say he left not so silently.
Well, seeing as I yeeted him before he could say anything.
No, he said things.
Well, I mean, he couldn't respond to what I was saying. I mean,
touche.
So, Unholy, congratulations on taking away the beautiful Server Kick Trivia trophy, if you will. We'll digitally hand it off to you right now, and this is your 30 seconds to say whatever the heck you want. So go on ahead.
I absolutely want to be honest. I don't feel right because I messed up 2 questions because I didn't understand them. So this feels like okay, I won, but I feel like I kind of like dirtied the trophy. I'm like, okay, I don't
we try to write up the questions the best we can to hope that people understand them, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah.
That's why we typically stick to voice lines. Those aren't hard to screw up.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
All
really.
right. Well,
I mean,
go ahead.
It was kind of unfair. I have a spreadsheet of all of the skins because I'm a loser.
Well, I mean, y'all are on your computers, so you kind of all have access to it if that was what you really wanted. But we figured that we'd leave a lot of those skin questions out of it just because most people don't even know what they're looking at, to be completely honest with you. So we want to thank Blizzard Bears so much for joining us for our first episode of the BeatDrop. Now that we have started at the beginning of the season, we will be doing a lot more frequent beat drops. We've got a lot of great teams coming up in the schedule, you know, from all the tiers. And if your team is interested in participating in the beat drop, we still got spaces available that haven't been filled. So just go ahead and contact myself, or you can contact Booth on Discord, and we'll get you set up with all the proper paperwork and get your team in here when we can. So thank you so much for y'all joining us here on the Beat Drop. My name's Captain Jack.
My name is Booth.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Let's drop the beat.